I just spent quite a bit of time lying in my own excrement again. And what gets me is I I've been trying to get people to take that sort of thing seriously for over a year. And the amount of people that know uh and just sort of don't don't act as if it's a big deal is shocking to me. I I but between people from the county and the state and insurance, at least 25 to 30 people, many of whom have job titles like advocate or case manager or care coordinator or, service specialist, that kind of crap. And unless I'm able to do everything myself or pretty much do things for them, nothing happens. And you know um when it's the local community service board, local family services, local Department of Health, the State Department of Human Rights, State Department of Medical Assistance, State Department of Aging. I, I don't know what the fuck else I can do to to um to push things forward. And there's still, I'll flat out say, hey, you guys aren't taking this seriously, and yeah, I'm being ignored. And the response is, oh, I'm not ignoring you. And that said, well, I'm being ignored because they're not effing responding to everything I'm saying. It's just that this blind focus on finding a health aid that apparently is magic. And even though everyone has agreed that what they do doesn't necessarily fit what I need, so it, in essence, sending be like sending someone with a toothache to an eye doctor. Yeah, the eye doctor might be able to tell you what you need to do for your tooth. Maybe I'll get lucky, but probably not the best idea to focus just on that. You should probably have some sort of fucking backup plan. And I and then I kind of get treated like I'm somehow unreasonable for being angry, and for expecting more of people, for expecting them to do their damn jobs. Um, it, it shouldn't be the case that if someone hurts you, if you're hurt bad enough by people's fuck ups, that it benefits them, because there's no accountability unless the person who was seriously, who was who has paid the price for everything, can't you know, can't keep following up, especially when the people that are supposed to hold them accountable know. Uh, this is just, it makes me think about there was a show I was watching where there was a storyline where someone gets killed for having an illness, and I think about, in history and even now there are places where someone like me wouldn't be permitted to live, and I'm I'm grateful for the time I live in, for where where I live and all that, but deep down there are a lot of times where I don't know if this is much better. And I hate saying that. I feel guilty saying that. That but that's so how I feel. I mean, I, for whatever reason, that whole life, liberty, pursuit of happiness thing pops into my head, and I think, where is it? Because I don't see it. Yeah, I'm speaking somewhat hyperbolically, but I don't know. I you know what? Life is more than just breathing. And I hate the fact that seems like the fact that I'm still breathing is deemed successful for a lot of these people. No matter how much I unnecessarily suffer, no matter how much the additional damage done to my neck and my nerves, because I've been saying for over a goddamn year that I don't know if permanent damage is being done, because I haven't been able to access healthcare, and haven't been able to get taken seriously. And it, just because the situation's different doesn't mean that it's okay to just, for everyone to just kind of ignore it and pretend like somehow I'm making things up. I mean, if I'm making shit up, then I should get some sort of award for this acting. 'Cause this is it's like some twisted form of psychological torture here. I mean, to keep repeating yourself, have people yearly to a person agree that it's been egregious and yet do nothing, and then tell you that, a remark that you're good with communication and understanding things and all that until I turn the scrutiny on them, and then suddenly I'm unreasonable, or I'm crazy, or I'm stupid, or I just don't understand. Now I understand. I do. The fact that I say that when I'm told that people understand my frustration, when I say they don't, I'm giving the benefit of the doubt, because if they do and they're still behaving as they are, that's way worse. But every day, every fucking day, I push myself as hard as I can, because I don't want this to be my life. I want to work. I want to actually do something that means something. And right now I'm just sort of, I've said before, I feel like I'm kind of a ghost, and it's true. If I disappeared, I mean, they're it would getting kind of swept under the rug anyway, so it wouldn't matter. I think feel like a lot of these people would prefer that. It's been such a pattern, and I'm so sick of it. And the amount of just disingenuous bullshit. If people not come through, not do things they're supposed to do, like even something simple like sending something to me that they agree they will. They don't. They know they didn't, or at the very least know I never got anything, and then they continue to ask, did I get it? When even if they eventually send it, it's rather disingenuous to keep asking, did you get it? Because you wouldn't fucking send it again if you knew I got it. Because it's a little bit too much of a coincidence that after I start saying again, hey, you said you'd offer this accommodation, you never came through, that I get something pretty quickly afterwards. So, or I'm asked to, hey, do I want to schedule an appointment with or have meetings with people that have outright said basically that they don't hold themselves to any sort of standard. If the mentality is that I need to fact check everything I'm told, then what the hell is the point? if people are just going to talk, and I'm basically going to have to do everything myself, what's the point? What's the point of meeting with people? Well, so they could just check a box, so they could just kind of sit there quietly in a meeting and do nothing, and high five. And then I get put in positions where if I don't do things I'm uncomfortable with or that actually are detrimental, it's it's sort of played like I'm a problem, or I don't even know what the hell I just know that even even if they don't give two shits about me, I would think a lot of these things would be followed up on so that they didn't keep happening to other people. It you know people shouldn't be allowed to it shouldn't be if I'm not well enough to continue to fight back, or file complaints and follow up and do all this paperwork and all these things that are everyone's well aware I can't do at this point. That number one, I never get any justice, and number two, that people are allowed to keep doing the bare minimum and hurting other people too. So if this is happening to me, it's I don't know, maybe it is me. I didn't have this this level of a trust issue before all this. It was actually pretty helpful when I aggressively started trying to go through like when I started with the community service board about a year and a half ago. But just, when people ignore dangerous situations, or they and they get angry or annoyed at you when you bring up the fact that especially in one instance that you reached out to multiple people, and no one even verified you were alive, and the response was annoyance. And who wouldn't start to maybe have that thought creep in that they don't have value. There's only so many times you can be kicked when you're down, and have the same sort of BS happen. Just fucks with your head, man. It does. I don't even know what I'm fighting for anymore. I I don't fucking know.